think it's a revelatory side of women and their, how multifaceted we are, and how we, have fun and party and relate and love.
Look at that New Orleans background. The new R-rated comedy Girls Trip follows 4 friends reuniting for some fun in New Orleans. And movie writer Mike Scott with NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune, joins us with more on that and his top picks for the weekend, a New Orleans shot movie.
Yeah, I love seeing that stuff, don't you? I mean, that's just so much fun.
When they do it nicely like that.
Exactly, and this one does do it nicely. There's a lot of New Orleans scenery in this one. And this is an interesting week at the movies because we have 3 wide-release movies. Not one of them is a sequel, not one of them is a remake.
Because I know you love sequels.
Oh, I do. This one, though, almost feels like a remake. It tells the story of 4 women, longtime friends, played by Jada Pinkett Smith, Queen Latifah, Regina Hall, and Tiffany Haddish, who reconnect by deciding to go on a wild girls trip to New Orleans during Essence Festival. And so it kind of feels a little bit like Bridesmaids, which we got this girls behaving badly theme. We had got it in Bridesmaids initially. Even just a few weeks ago, we got Rough Night, which had that same theme. But this one does a nice job of sort of making it feel funny and fresh. A lot of that is because of that great cast. But it delivers what it promises. You're going to get some laughs, most of them raunchy R-rated laughs. You're going to see the city look beautiful, and there's just enough heart in there to make it work. So this movie's a lot of fun.
That's interesting. You like the movie and you think it accomplishes what it sets out to do.
It delivers on its promises, absolutely.
Right. Now, we go back to World War II for this movie.
Right, yeah. See, this weekend at the box office, Girls Trip and Dunkirk, this is Christopher Nolan's new movie, are going to kind of battle it out for the top spot at the box office. I think Dunkirk is probably going to come out on top. Christopher Nolan, great director, and he's got a great story here, though, about the Battle of Dunkirk, in which, or the evacuation of Dunkirk, also known as the Miracle of Dunkirk, in which 330,000 plus British soldiers were stranded on a beach in northern France with the Straits of Dover in front of them and the German war machine on all other sides. And if you don't know what happened, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you do know what happened, it's just one of the great inspirational moments of World War II, a very British story. So you got a great filmmaker, a great story, you're going to end up with a great film, which is what this is. It's technically, it's a technical masterpiece. If I'm going to pick nits, I would say that, Christopher Nolan likes to play with the timeline. He doesn't always like to have a totally linear story. He does that here, and I think it doesn't really work so well in this case. The non-linear storyline also lacks a certain amount of heart. But really, this one's being called an early Oscar shoe-in. It's very early, it's only July, but this one certainly belongs in the conversation, at least in this point.
Well, and it's always fascinating to see these stories now done with today's technology.
Absolutely.
All right, and then finally sci-fi, but you don't like this one.
Right, yeah, this one is Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets, directed by Luc Besson, who years ago gave us The Fifth Element. Now he returns to the sci-fi genre for this movie. Stars Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne as 2 space cops dispatched to the title City of a Thousand Planets. And this one, the reviews on this one are consistent and consistently negative. You're going to get a movie that looks beautiful, as you can see there. It's gorgeous, but the story doesn't hold up, and the actors don't really show that much chemistry. So unless you really have jonesing for some sci-fi action, you might want to pass on that.
All right. Well, Mike Scott, you got 2 winners there anyway.
That's right.